Yes. Second one, too. The light, there's the only light on one switch, just for this. You did it just for this. Well, this, see, I wish. Now, he said he's going to turn down the volume at half. I wish they'd make all of the rosters like this. We got both teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you can't see it so damn small.
Well, you got to realize who's doing this stuff.
That's right.
But you're right, you know.
I can print out a second one like this.
Well, here's the thing. If you put it like this, then you got it. Oh, well. Oh, we can't read these anyway.
No.
I'm going to read the one part, though.
You can read the one part. I think about the program is talking about our sponsors, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to read that. I can adjust. Greg said we could probably try it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to get in.
All right, Debbie says hello. Debbie talked to Briggs about she said, I try to watch these games. She said, I'm a consumer. He said, but then he said something, not nasty. He says, no, you're the president. Take care of it.
We went to the South game last Friday. We had already planned on going to the South game. Kathy Zelm's grandson played on the JV team.
Okay.
And their program is, you can read it.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 pages, like well, ours there. But the inside page is folded so you can, one team's here, one team's here, varsity's here, varsity. They don't worry about the JV as much.
Well, I like the little deal that they're doing with that advertising thing.
Yeah.
But I've always said, you know, if you do what I used to do it, I did it. You know, when I started, I didn't have any effect for them. I put so you could look at them both because I know what it was like. Yeah, a little chilly the next couple days, but not terrible. A little windy.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad we don't have that damn snow.
They got nailed in the central part. Hey, where's Vincent? I thought you might know.
Cleveland. It's on Cleveland. It's in Milwaukee.
So it's in the hood.
It's on Cleveland. I don't remember.
It's a pretty well. They're all smaller schools now because.
Yeah, but it's actually academically. They're good.
Yeah.
Go on Milwaukee Vincent High School and go to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
They got about 10 or 12 that are in the NFL or NBA.
Yeah.
No baseball players, but a couple of football players, and I bet you there's 4 or 5 NBA players out of it.
Well, look at Milwaukee King. I know the conference isn't great. They're 18-0. They got a 4 seed.
No, well, there's a reason why they're tooling forever. Well, you look at some of these names. Good evening and welcome to Plymouth High School for the start of the second season. Along with Scott Richards and Matt Kaskowski on the camera, this is Mark Meltzer going to bring you the action tonight in the first round of the WIA Tournament Division 2. Tonight,
madness starts in February.
I'm not going to touch that one, Scott, with you and I here. Think about it.
Well, this program is brought to you by our backers. Now, tonight's game is a WIA-sponsored event. We cannot read the ads from our backers, but we certainly appreciate what they've done throughout the season that helps support the youth and programs in the community in the sports of football, boys and girls basketball, volleyball, wrestling, and softball.
Plymouth entertains the Milwaukee Vincent Vikings. They come in at 2-17, 0-12 in their conference. They're in the Milwaukee City Gold Division. They lost to Riverside 79-33. Starting for them is Ari Noya Long, a senior, number 2, number 21, Navia Haitive, number 21, number 32, Cheyenne Morton Zollikoffer, a freshman, number 45, Brianna Howard, a senior, and Jordan Harris, number 12. Panthers normal starters. Scott, do you have those?
I certainly do. Number 3, Sierra Grimm, junior. Number 4, Alicia Cott-Force, senior guard. Number 12, Ava Booth, sophomore, point guard. Number 14, Dallas Creasa, senior guard. And number 22, Kaylani Smith, senior forward. Notice on a lot of programs, you don't even see the letter C center anymore. It's guards and forwards.
Mostly. You're right. Panthers come in at 11-11, 8-6 in conference. The winner of tonight's game will move on to Grafton and play Grafton on Friday night. Our boys are playing Thursday at Winneconne to finish off the conference, and they'll start tournament play right here on Friday the 6th against Cedarburg. Riverside gets the tip. Plymouth looks like they're in a little bit of a zone. And a quick foul underneath.
Well, you know, when I talked to I was teaching today, talked to a few of the girls. Vincent does not play real strong defense, but they're a team that comes out of the city, and regardless, it's different basketball. On the first play, you saw Kaylani Smith just get bad position. You know, she's probably better off in that one just to stay back and make her make a layup, because you don't want her, like, we're 15 seconds into the game, she's got a foul already.
Howard banks that one in for the first points of the game.
So the Panthers will try to push the ball a little bit. Vincent, pretty much a 2-3 zone. They're going to give you shots. You want to get the ball into the elbow, right where Sierra Grimm was sitting. There's a nice pass. Kaylani rushed it.
I've seen more of their than taken away. Took it by Cat 4.
Nice steal, and took it to full court. Alicia Cott-Smith draws. The Panthers with a lead at 2-1. Little scoop shot. Tell you what, Vincent only has 6 girls suited for the ball game. They have some size.
That stays down on Vincent's end of the court. 16:55 left.
Panthers defensively do start out in there.
And Howard misses that little jumper, backing out.
Ava Booth length to the floor, gets fouled.
That foul will go on Haitive.
You know, again, you watch the style of play. The Panthers are going to push the ball a little bit. Both teams in a zone. The Panthers in a matchup. Vincent in a 2-3 zone.
Booth misses the first one. Looking for the second. And sinks that one for her first points.
Panthers are they're going to go.
It looks like they might trap.
Looks like just a man-to-man. They're going to drop back into the. No, they're looking at almost a box, a half-court box press. Something a little different. And it
And
paid
Long-
off. Paid off in a
Long
travel.
breaks the press, but travels as he's trying to make the pass.
You always tell your kids, don't get hung up just crossing half court, because now the half court line and the sideline becomes other defenders.
In the Grimback, nice return play, pass.
The old give and go, Mark.
I can remember that.
Yeah.
And Kalani gets the bucket.
Yeah, okay. That
Panthers go
time.
up by 4. There we go, block.
After 2 steps. Number 2, Ariana Long, did a nice job of breaking their little press.
Grisa picks up that foul. I didn't think it would have been Smith because she looked pretty stationary.
Well, there was some contact, I think. There's probably more contact, and there was even more contact.
And
You know what? You refed a lot. I think the 3-person crews are good, but the rotations make it so different. Used to be, you were either on the baseline and half court, then you were on baseline and half court. Now it rotates, and everybody calls it a little bit different.
that's right.
They give it their best effort, without question.
That foul was on Howard. Plymouth working the ball on the perimeter. Looking in, Smith back to Cat 4, 4-3.
Tell you, the second half of the season, Alicia Cat 4 has really found a 3-point touch.
She is the leading scorer for the Panther at 10-3. Nice move.
Well, they just
Quick dip.
dribbled right through the press. Panthers lead 8-3, 15 and a half to go in the first half.
Skip past the Cat 4. Back out. Swing it again. Krisa with the mix. Boy, Kalani Smith blocking out, but gets right over the top, taken away from her.
She didn't really back her up, though.
No, she did not.
She had a body on, but I thought the rebounder was pretty vertical on that one. It's 6'1", 6'2" on the floor for Vincent right now.
Well, they've got a couple of tall girls between Howard and Morton Zollikoffer.
Nice looking shot from number 20, Nivat Hightower.
That 3 tightens the ball game up. Down by 2. Panthers lead 8-6. And going to get a block on Long. That's a tough call, I think.
I thought she just tripped. The Ariana Long, little number 2, is a nice little point guard. Good job by Kehlani Smith setting basically a screen.
Panthers go out of that press, but stay in that matchup. Oh, double dribble and a travel. Which one do you want to call first?
Well, she's gone, each time she's gotten the ball, she's gone baseline. So you know where you should adjust now to where you're going to play her and get help from the middle. Little teardrop. Nice
Nice little
job.
touch. Cat 4 has 9 of the 12 points for the Panthers. Kalani knocks that ball out of bounds.
Time of year is busy for the athletes at Plymouth. Our swimmers just got back from having a number of kids that did very well at the state meet. Wrestlers are going. We have 3 wrestlers for the first time since 2004 going to Madison this weekend for state wrestling.
Looks like Panthers went to a 2-3 at this point. Nice soft shot by Long, but bounces off the rim. Panthers with the rebound.
Maddie Schmidt in the ball game. Nice pass.
Knocked away. Riverside pick. Vincent picks up. loses the handle.
Cross-court pass can be dangerous. Say to Panko in the ball game as well. Nice pass inside.
Kick it back out. Cat 4 with a 3. Short. And we're going to get 2-shot foul.
Again, if you just joined us, as a WIAA sponsored event, we paid some money during the football season to be able to broadcast them, but we cannot read our backers' ads.
Lonnie Smith on the line for 2. Misses the first one. And he misses the second one. Taken away.
Sneaky little Booth. Stole a rebound pass. Again, they're trying to trap out front a lot more. You're right. They're in more, almost a 1-1. Looks like a 1-1-3. I can't. Or they're just adjusting their zone a little bit. Whatever it is, it looks to me as though Vincent's having some trouble with it.
Off the rim, tipped around. Cat 4 with a rebound, pulls up. Oh, going to call a block on the drive.
That'll be Vincent's 5th foul of the first half. 12:22 to go. That's a lot of fouls.
Harris picks up that foul, like you say, the 5th foul for them. Inbound. Cat 4 misses a little 8-foot jump shot. Long coming down, puts it up off the rim. Booth with the rebound.
Good look. Some nice passing.
Tipped around.
The girls have found open players. They've not been hot to start the game. They've had enough shots. They've got 14 points.
Plymouth going inbound at their own end. Another 3 put up. Misses just about everything but the backboard. But we get the rebound, Cat 4.
Travel.
And she travels.
So I think she thought about shooting the 3 and then brought it down, but she'd already moved her foot.
And we're going to have a timeout. Vincent takes 30-second timeout.
It gets, it's exciting time of year now. There are no fans here from Vincent, basically, or very, very, very few. And it's not a bad little Tuesday night crowd for the Panthers, but based on this Vincent seed, it used to be. I remember we had Milwaukee, Washington, and Milwaukee North come to Plymouth, and you got the city schools here, and the kids just had fun watching them. The only problem is they cheered when they were dunking on our heads. But there is so much. The musical is only 2 weeks away, so they're heavy into practices for the musical. Pretty soon you're going to see baseball and track and even
softball coming up.
Softball, soccer.
And Vincent inbounds in front of their bench, along with the ball. Harris looking in. Panthers stand that, I believe, 2-3. Along with that, Panko
nice
coming
pass.
out with that.
And shot foul. Well, definitely the size has given the Panthers a few issues with a 6'2" and a 6'1" gal inside. But they haven't been able to convert any of their putbacks.
Fitzpatrick picks up that foul.
6th foul on Vincent. 11:26 to go in the first half. 2 fouls on the Panthers.
Cat 4 makes the first one, gives her 10 points. This one's off the side of it. They're taken away. And Cat Ford comes back, takes it away.
Well, a couple of hustles. Morgan Phipps hustled for a free throw rebound. We've not shot free throws well to start the game. Then Alicia got 4, hustled, got it, and ran a little running teardrop and gets fouled. That's their 7th foul.
Howard picks up her 2nd foul. Smith back into the ball game for Phipps. And Cat Flora gets that free throw for her 13th point. 18-6 with just over 11 minutes left in the ball game, or the first half. Long with a 3, tipped around.
Okay, Panthers another bust out. Nice pass.
Great look. Booth to Grimm.
And Vincent hammers the boards well, Mark, but they don't get anybody back or one.
Well, they get the boards, but they certainly aren't strong enough to hang on to the ball.
And
There's a,
for 12,
there's
Jordan Harris.
For their first bucket. 20-9 as we approach the 10-minute mark.
And the right side of our stat board not working. That will be taken care of next year. As whoops.
Long on a breakout. And Long gets breakaway. Cuts that lead to 9.
Long shot.
Zollicoffer gets that rebound for the Vikings. Looking at a long 3, and it was a long 3, going to be short of everything but the floor.
Yeah, just a bit outside. Well, what's interesting, though, there, the gal had a chance to go after the ball and kind of just let it go out of bounds. Now, the Panthers have not shot well from the outside and have 20 points in 8 minutes.
No, and Cat Force has 13 of those points.
They've scored
Not
it, but
much
they've
other
scored inside
scoring.
really well. That entry inside has to be a bounce pass on that.
Grimm loses that. Harris with Long looking, puts up the 3. Long. I'm going to call it a jump ball, and it'll be Plymouth ball, I believe.
.32 for Vincent. Only a freshman.
Grimm with a short jumper. A little short off the rim. Harris with the rebound. And right to Fox, who came into the ball game for the Panthers. Quickly to Grimm, another same spot, same results.
Well, I just got a text that said there's no sound.
No sound.
And Matt, my wife said there's no sound.
Long with a nice drive to the bucket. Unless that kicks in, we might keep talking, I guess.
Well, we can hear each other.
Creaser picks up the foul for the Panthers. That's her first, or second.
Little lull offensively for the Panthers.
Schmidt into the ball game for Creaser. And Long misses both of those free throws.
Kehlani can bring the ball up the floor. She's a good athlete, handles it pretty well. Oh.
Ooh, boy, I'm not sure about that one. That looked like a good block all the way.
Well, it's interesting when the trail official made the call that...
Not a good position to make that call.
Made the call. Yeah, he was not. The guy underneath fouled his call, but...
You better look at that foul.
Well, free throw's good. And Panthers up 21-11. And the second one's good.
Double up. Panthers over the Vikings. Fox comes up with the board.
Nice look.
A little bit strong, but...
Good rotation. Really nice. Boy, that's beautiful, Mark. Long pass to the post. Couldn't quite get a shot off to the wing. Back to the top. 3.
Booth with 6 with that three-pointer. Harris with the ball looking. Long and it pop up a 3. And again,
They just
hit. The floor was right there to catch that.
but there is
Nobody goes after the ball.
No, they
Right.
just kind of let it go out of bounds.
.7:30 left in the ball game. Grimm, she's going to take those until she makes one.
And she's usually better.
You got to call something a travel.
Yep, John told me school of reffing. If you haven't got it, you can call traveling. But God bless him.
I'm not sure about that one, whether she traveled before the foul.
Yeah.
I think she did.
So, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Quick half.
Skip pass.
Somebody come across in the post, they're going to be open.
And they're going to call Long with a foul, and I'm not sure where that was either. That's her second foul. Booth going to be on the line for 1-and-1. Yeah, misses that off the board.
They have not, period. They just have not shot well. They've scored well inside.
He's got the jump shot, a little bit short. That'll be Panther ball.
If the Panthers get hot, this will go to a 20 or 30 point lead pretty quick. But if is always the operative word.
Okay. I don't think he saw it either. Might as well give it to Red.
The Panthers put on some pressure early and had off and on success. They pulled that back with just a walk up with the point guard. High
There's
screen,
an offensive
moving
foul.
screen.
That was an illegal screen, no doubt. She didn't get there in time. And it's Alakoffer.
Shine Morton's 6'2", she plays a little bit like a freshman. Gets freshman mistakes at the top of the key. That's, if you move it all, it's going to get called.
Well, that's not an NBA call. That
No.
would have been illegal in the NBA.
Nice pass, nice work. They have a 2-3 zone that's designed to stop the stuff inside with 3 girls, but not very well.
And there's another foul. Didn't get there in time.
Well, I don't really see an offense other than we're going to screen for the ball handler. Now, Panthers are in a zone. I would guess that Vincent has seen some film on Plymouth. And it's a little different zone. You don't see a matchup all that often. Again, they got a bench that's not very thick. They've got
2 on the bench. They had 3 on the roster to start. A quick drive. I caught forward. She has more than half of the Panthers' 29 points. There's a good screen.
a couple girls that handle the ball well. This is a gal I thought was the best looking shooter. Just the shot.
Grimm with the rebound.
And good. It was a good delivery. Panko might have been just a little bit underneath, but she got it to drop. And it's the
Panthers
20-point. Yep. Yeah, she's got a nice looking shot. Jordan Harris.
Leads all scorers for Vincent with 6. And Smith misses that layup a little bit deep underneath the board. And you get 2 shots. Cat 4 with that foul on the arm. That's only the 4th foul.
Yeah, the Panthers have moved their feet and they've not tried to block too many shots. That was one you probably want to let go because it's on the move.
And they haven't shot well anyway, but Long on the line finally hits a free throw. She's had a couple of attempts. Has one more coming.
Ariana Long's not a bad little player. Handles it pretty well. Now her shot looks much better. Jinxed her.
No, 1 out of 2. Panko with a long skip pass. High tide coming down. Another good shot. Harris had another good look. And out and in for Grimm.
She goes that way. Sarah Grimm has more success moving to her right, to her left, excuse me.
And Cat 4 gets that overlay.
Nice pass again.
And going to get the foul again, unfortunately. High Tide gets that foul. That's her 3rd foul.
Well, they're tired already. And that's because they only have 7 kids. That's too bad.
Kalani Smith on the line. Misses the first one a little long. Gilbertson into the ball game. Smith going to attempt one more. And that's off the back of the rim.
Nice work. And another foul.
It'll be Fitzpatrick, her 2nd foul, I believe.
Well, what are our free throw stats? Not
Well,
very
I've
good.
got 12 shot and 5 made so far. Still have 12 shot and 5 made.
13 shot and 5 made.
13 coming up. And you're right. Tipped around. Gilbertson gets that. And tips it over to Smith. Makes it 35-15. Panthers up by 20 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Walking it across the half-court line is Harris. gets the pick.
Ilani read
intercepts
that pass great.
Going to call long with that foul on the drive.
Now,
That's her third foul. And right now, I've got two of their girls with 3 fouls apiece.
when we used to go down and play in the city, it was more physical. It just was nothing wrong, but it just was. And I think obviously the Vincent girls have not adjusted here tonight. They maybe called it a little bit closer, but that's a lot of fouls on them already.
It is.
There you go, Kehlani.
Smith makes 2.
They sort of need somebody to take the ball out.
And again, they walk it over the half-court line. They kick it out.
Good look up ahead.
And a good move by Long not to take that away.
As I said, if they could start hitting some shots, they're up 24 right now.
And Zolikofer gets her first basket.
That was
Oh, we have a jump ball.
that was just kind of a lazy play. Thing you don't want to do is get into bad habits against a team that you're expected to beat, and you're beating pretty handily right now.
2 minutes left in the first half. Catch over the floater. That goes off a Grimm. They're going to turn it over to the Vikings. Panthers in a double bonus. Panthers only with 4 fouls. I don't think that makes a whole lot of difference at this point.
No. Well, and they're just tired.
And Long. Harris says that long 3, the NBA 3.
She's not a bad shooter. They've kind of, honestly, looks like they sort of just folded the tent.
Gilbertson. Overlay on Harris going to come down. They look like they can handle the ball pretty well, the 2 guards.
Yeah, they do. And they've got some size, no question about that. But
No place to go there. Needed to stop and take the jumper.
up to Grimace. Good look again.
I don't have a chart of the assists, but there has to be 4 or 5 assists.
It's on breakaways.
On breakaways alone, you're right. And along with that tipped off of Zolikofer. 49.7, 41-17, Panthers up.
I don't know if the Panthers are going to sit for one. I think they can get pretty much whatever they want, like a layup.
Or that short jumper. Kalani Smith picks up that bucket for 10 points for her. Long tries to get it inside. That is tipped off of one of the Panthers. So it's going to stay on
This is not an easy game to officiate.
No, it becomes difficult. You're right.
Yeah, because it's just there's not what you'd call tremendous enthusiasm. Nice look there. Hey, she's a factor in the game. But another lazy involved. You can't. See, you don't want to do that even again when you're winning by over 20 points.
Gilbert's third, the hook shot was off the rim. How with that? And it'll be the end of the first half. 43-19, Plymouth with a commanding lead. We'll be back with second half action shortly. Welcome back to second half action. Looking at the scoring, Panthers are led by Cat 4 with 15. Kalani Smith had 10, 8 for Grimm. Nobody any real foul trouble, I guess. Creasa has 2. They were 6 for 16 from the free throw line for 38%. Vincent was led by Harris with 6. Zollikoffer with 4 and a couple others. Long, High-Tive with 3 fouls apiece. Zollikoffer, Howard, and Fitzpatrick with 2 apiece. They were 1 for 6 from the free throw line for 16%. Not on the line much. We were on the line quite a bit. And, when you look at it, only hitting, 6 out of 16?
Yeah, that's not what you'd want. Panthers moved the ball well in the first half. They got some open looks. They didn't shoot well, and they're up 43-19. But Vincent played a 2-3 zone, but it was extremely, it's not like, almost looks like you don't even practice it. You can play a zone really well. Syracuse plays it all the time. But the Panthers were able to get it inside, and Cat 4 hit some nice shots. There.
A good move by Long.
And
draws a foul.
And that's how the first play of the game I was talking at halftime. They got the ball inside the 45. She went to the basket, drew a foul.
Cat 4 picks up her second foul, pardon me. Long on the line for 2. In and out.
Needs a little more arch on the ball. I'm looking at the program, the Lady Vikings, but the Viking they're showing on the program's got a significant beard.
Misses both of those. Panther with their starting lineup in a ball game right now. We're talking at halftime. It would be probably a good opportunity. Maybe let them play 2 or 3 minutes.
It was right there. And Dallas Crease is generally a pretty good three-point shooter. Just rimmed in and out.
Harris with a good drive. Jumper. And gonna get a hold. Somebody. Harris is going to pick up her.
Harris is not happy with the call. Nope. It's a long ways away from where we're sitting.
Picks up her second foul.
Nice pass.
Little overlay by
Kaylani has sometimes she just rushes it sometimes.
Well, good move by there to kick it out to Cat 4. We're going to get a breakaway. And misses the...
As I've said, you don't want to accept bad habits regardless of the score. You're going to miss a layup once in a while. That's not the point, but then...
Long going to break it out.
She's going to, yeah, she's upset, so she's just going to fire up a shot from nowhere land. Another good outlet.
And Harris with the board to Long. Somebody was going to foul there someplace, I think. I'm not sure.
As I said, you knew, as I said, it was going to get to be a bit of a difficult game to officiate.
Yeah, but you still have to call those fouls. Even if it gets away.
Well, we've had about 5 shots. We got one to go, though.
Yeah.
They've made some nice passes. That's you do like to see.
Creasa gets in the scoring column with their first bucket of the evening. 45-19. Blocked by Smith on Long. And double dribble. Forgot that she had bounced it once. Cat forward picks a 3, going a little long. Rebound by Zollikoffer. Harris going to be walking it down.
There's no reason for, and Coach Shutter wouldn't do this, if you want to just speed it up a little bit, you put a little pressure on them, and look at, there you go again. They don't hustle back. Well, regardless if you're a player, you can hustle. Regardless
right.
of whatever else is going on, you can hustle.
And Vince is going to take a timeout with 14:38, 47-19 runaway at this point for the Panthers. Not much we can say. Vincent, I think they've had that kind of a season where you're coming in at 2-17, haven't won a conference game, and you get down by 10 all right away, and all of a sudden, bingo, here we go again type of attitude.
Well, and they only got 7 girls suited.
And
they have 8
right.
on the roster, 7 are suited up. Yeah, but it becomes a culture. You see Plymouth, there's still a culture where you're going to hustle. When our girls have gotten beaten, it's not because they didn't hustle. And the boys are hustling. And the schools in the area, I'll use Oostburg as an example. They just have a culture that this is where you're going to do it. It's a little bit hard in the city. I remember when Milwaukee Hamilton played us and Tom Diener was the coach, he said, it's not easy. You don't know who's going to show up because there's so many changes when you get in the city. And there's good kids like everywhere else. Like you said, Vincent academically is a good school.
Oh, yes.
Good school. And just that they don't have, that culture where no matter what happens, we're just going to hustle. And they've got the 2 little guards handle the ball well. They've got some size.
I just have to have some girls come out and do some work on the off season.
But the way the schools are aligned in Milwaukee now, it's not like it was. It's not like it was years ago where you had the powerhouses at Vincent and Washington, and those that are really old, like go back to Milwaukee, Lincoln, and some of those schools. But they've been divided up a little bit. They're not that big anymore.
I think I saw in the paper there like 1,600 kids.
Yeah.
Three off the front of the rim. Howard with the board. Dribbles it out of bounds.
In 45, Brianna Howard gets it. She's going to go baseline. She's going baseline on both sides.
And she double dribbles again.
So Panthers up 28, 12:39 to go in the ball game. Mackenzie Moore had a
Patrick
shot.
with the board. Moore misses that shot. Harris kicks it back out. And Aaron pass. And Coach Shutter going to take a timeout with 12:17 left in the second half. The crowd doesn't really get into a game like this either.
No,
I see a lot of them on the phones and
Well,
probably.
you see that anyway, but
Yeah.
you know it's hard. And again, and talking to a couple of the gals today and wishing them well and whatever. But they had said they just don't play much defense, and they don't. It's just the way it is. So it's not. It's being critical of how they play now, not what's going on. But yeah, you can see why they're 2-17.
You don't know what kind of a feeder program they have either from the junior highs in Milwaukee area.
And they kind of go, but you can go school choice without anything up after at the end of your freshman year. You don't have to sit. So they tend to go to a couple of the better programs. I mean, Nicolay in our sectional, the two Johnson kids are really, really good basketball players. They school choiced after the freshman year, and then one of them, Jalen Johnson, went to basically a basketball academy in Florida and came back and is allowed to. Because he didn't play down there, he's allowed to play. And now, there's discussion about why he didn't play down there, and I don't want to get into that, but you don't see that in the East Central Conference very much.
No. Looks like they're in a 2-on-2. We're a little long on that shot. Knocked out of bounds. Gilbertson.
Just tripped and fell.
Well, they're going to call a foul on Gilbertson on the push. So it's going to be Vikings ball. Harris puts it up. What I've noticed is the tall girls, they don't jump for the ball very much.
But she's all at 6'2". She gets her hands up very vertically.
Yeah, we're going to call.
Here again, I said it's going to be a tough game to call just because of the way the way the game is being played.
Phipps picks up that foul. Going to put Long on the line for 2 again. Gets the first, gives her 8 points for the evening. Their third made free throw in the second half. This is the second one. And Fox with his. They're going to get a double dribble on Fox. Looked like it might have been knocked away from her, but.
I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that.
It's right. 11:30 left.
Panthers have been on. They were at 49. Now they're at 51 for a long time.
Good pass in to Long. That was a nice play.
It was very nice. Well, we've said 15 or 12 Harris and 2 Long both handle the ball pretty well.
Phipps picks up her second foul, and they're going to put Long on the line again for 2. Bounces around, gets the first. And next one's a little short. Panthers with the board.
Okay, she's got the post there. That's what you want to do, get it?
Yeah, we're going to get a travel on Phipps under the basket. Turns it over. Tipped around. Panthers come up with a loose ball again. Kick it out to Fox. Fox puts it up and
Nice.
in.
Hey, nice pass and a nice catch.
And she's in the scoring column. I'm looking, I've got, I think, 2 girls that haven't scored. Phipps
And
Moore.
Gilbertson. And Moore. Tara scored. Oh, boy.
And
That was a horse shot. That was, you call that one, you're going to get a letter on your opponent.
I don't have a name for 15.
I got one, Mary Mauricia Clark. Got it right here. The official program.
Right there, yes. Well, the one that I've picked off the internet has
Didn't have
changed.
it. I know it. And we've talked about that. They don't, they really don't change it much during the season. And that's a lot changes from November. I think the girls started November 11th, right around there.
Yes.
They played their first game on the 19th.
Harris is looking. Takes the jumper. Another good look. Phipps with the rebound for the Panthers.
There's going to be a wide open look for Sean, so nope. Go for a little run one-hander again, and nope, doesn't go.
And Clark with the rebound for the Vikings again. Long brings it down.
Well, they got her trapped now. Oh, Maddie Schmidt, read that line. You got yourself a nice steal.
And they're getting a few boards, and nobody with the.
Good pass. That was a good pass.
Going to shoot it before she caught it.
Yep.
Goes over to the Vikings once again. 9 minutes left.
You said it earlier. It gives Coach Charlotte a chance to get a lot of kids time in a tournament game. Sometimes in tournaments your bench gets short, but tonight they're all playing. Been a little the last couple minutes. Been a little rough, but.
Jordan Harris gets that layup finally. Oh, short by Krisa. Harris again. Oh, we're going to get Harris with that little bit of a shove. That'll be her third.
Give Harris a little credit that she's hustling on offense. Defense, I haven't seen it so much, but and she looks like she wants to play and is really pretty frustrated. I don't know what that was.
And Long gets fouled again. I think Pankow picks up.
I think Coach is just talking to Barr. We always use the phrase, I remember my assistant, Josh Oppenheimer, fake a pass, make a pass. And there she's turned and looked and made it, and a gal from Vincent picked it off and didn't have to work too hard to do so.
And she gets a second one. And 30-second timeout for Vikings from Vincent. Like I said, the boys are at Gwinnett County this Thursday to finish out the conference. They will play Cedarburg here on the 6th of Friday night, 7 o'clock tip-off.
Next Friday night.
Yes, a week from Friday night. The girls looking like they'll be traveling to Grafton this Friday night.
Right.
Another 7 o'clock game against the Blackhawks from Grafton.
If the boys beat Gwinnett County, that will be the first outright conference championship since 2014. Doesn't seem like it's that long ago, but it is. So that'd be nice. They've that was an unbelievable game they had Friday night. Down, I didn't realize they were down 12 with just under 2 minutes. They were down 18, I remember, with under 10.
18 that I remember in the second half. They were down at 9 at halftime. Kalani Smith breaks through that zone.
They sat on 53 a long time. And so
She has 14 for the evening. Caught 4 is 17. Kalani Smith is next with 14.
Whoa. Oh, they're extending their zone a little bit. Nice.
They're going to call something. I'm not sure which one he's got. You can get long with her 4th foul. It's only her 5th foul for Panthers with 6 fouls.
There's good hustle. Oh, here's
I'm
how they
not sure
set
I
it up.
got her out there. This can be a little long. Let her come right down the lane, gets the bucket besides. They call that one on Clark.
Alicia Godforce is a great scoring night.
Well, she has got 19 right now, and this could be 20.
Well, it's nice to see. She's taken it to the basket a lot and made some nice passes like that.
Tips it back out.
There, Dallas Crease hits one. You know, she's got a nice looking 3-point shot. You got to keep shooting it. If you hesitate, it's not good.
60 to
not gonna
32.
happen.
Panthers up with 6:50 left. In this one, her team is pretty much between Harris and Long. Looked like a couple of fouls in there that they didn't call.
Now you can look. There's somebody wide open. Look angle there. She's got it. Good job. Good job, Kalani Smith on a pass. Crease gets the shot.
Makes it 62-32, 30-point difference. And they got her passing that ball with her foot on the half-court line. So it's a turnover, over and back situation. I might have let that one go.
I might have.
Cat 4 is going to get another bucket.
They do not move their feet at all.
No.
You know, when you're looking at when you teach defense, it starts from your hips down, moving your feet, and because you know that's a 2-3 zone, and Angie has dribbled right through the teeth of it. How many times tonight? Yeah.
That's a zone that's supposed to stop any of that thing for the most part.
We always would go zones, and we couldn't stop a couple quick guards or a quick guard.
Cat 4 misses that free throw. It's a couple that she's missed.
You know, and with all due credit to our Plymouth girls, it's hard to maintain concentration in a game like this as well. Just simply because, you know, it's the basketball has been sloppy. When you needed to score, you've been able to score.
Cat 4 gets that foul, puts Long on the line, for 1-1. Both teams with 7 fouls. This is that one, bounces around and out. Panther with the board. Cat 4 again, and going to get another foul. You put her on the line for.
Now, what's amazing about that is, you know, they're shooting the free throw. They only have 2 people on the line, and we still get a 3-on-1 fast break almost at will. And again, great job by the girls looking for that open player.
Cat 4 gets the first of the 1-1. She's 22 points, one more. It's going to be well above her average of 10.3. She misses the second one.
Well, she's done, and she's moved the ball well too.
And it went off one of the Panthers, so it'll be Vikings ball underneath their basket.
You know, usually you would tell your kids, don't make the ref make the decision on out of bounds. Don't throw it back in under the other team's basket. Nice inbounds to Cheyenne Morton.
Gets off the rim by Cat 4. It's almost time to take Cat 4 out of the ball game.
They have 3 girls
Any of our
standing around
starters,
her.
I would think, with 5 minutes left, we got another bigger game coming up.
Nice pass again.
Good look.
Yeah, there comes your thoughts
Yeah.
came true. The coach is going to go 5-on-5. You know, you always have certain markers. You want them to have so many minutes to stay in shape a little bit, but I don't know who called the timeout. I don't know who called the timeout, but it was a good time.
It's a good timeout.
Well, Vincent can't clear the bench. Then the coaches would have to play.
Or they could call on you and I, but guess what?
That would
Wrong
really
gender.
that would slow the game up. We'd have our forenoonies in there, though.
That's right.
We may not be fast, but then we never were.
Yeah, it's true there too.
Again, it's the nice thing. Regardless, the girls didn't. They got the seed and they're playing the 11th seed. That's great. They get to play another game.
That's right.
There have been years where that didn't happen. And so you get to play another game, another couple practices with teammates that you won't be playing with anymore.
We got Fox in the ball game. Booth, Gilbertson. And Moore, I believe. Fox with the board.
Yeah, Booth was on the bench.
Fox going to shoot the 3 off the front of the rim. Picks it up.
Oh, nothing there. They've looked. Well, now again, they haven't played against a real stellar defense, but they've looked for the open player, move the ball. Right there, I would probably hit somebody at the high post. Just didn't work.
Two. Moore gets that bucket. It's only a 2 if it was on the line, but still it counts.
It
for
counts
2 points.
as a bucket.
As a bucket.
And her teammates and the fans are, you're happy for her.
Fox takes the breakaway. Doubles her point total to 4. 71-34 as we wind down to 3 minutes left in the ball game. And Howard's going to be put on the line.
You could run the running clock now. Right?
Well, they should, but maybe they aren't going to. Maybe in the tournament games they don't. I'm not sure.
They do in baseball. And that's the only one I'm super familiar with. They do it, and they do in football as well. I think the referee maybe has to tell them or remind them, and their job isn't to look at the score.
No. Banks that one in.
Lighting it up.
Lighten it up. Moore picks up that basket, gives her 5. 2 quick baskets in a row for her. 74-35. Approaching 2 minutes left. And going to get a Grimm with that foul. It'll be her first foul.
But even now, the girls have had a couple what you'd call at times lackadaisical plays. But overall, they've hustled. They've kept hustling the whole ball game. Banco in for Booth.
Long on the line again for a 1-and-1. Gets the first. She leads all of the Viking scores with 11 at this point. Has another attempt.
She's a nice little player. She doesn't have a real picture-perfect shot, but she handles the ball well, it's quick.
And a call over the back.
I don't know why they're not. Well, I'd have to look the rule up again, I guess. And again, it's what they call a mercy rule, so it doesn't get any more out of hand than it already has. Yeah, by the same token, if you're the girls, you know, the kids that don't play as much, you get to play a lot more.
Panko on the line for 1-and-1. She's got the first one. And the second one.
Nice looking shot. They
she
probably.
Has 4. Panthers up 76-36. 2:16 left. Once again, they will face Grafton on Friday night in Grafton. I don't think you'll see another game here unless they happen to win. But then it moves on to neutral sites after this first round. Panthers trapping. Good move by Harris. Tips it around.
Well, Plymouth will play Grafton, and Milwaukee Madison will play. The winner of the Cedarburg-Madison game will play Slinger. Slinger's the 2 seed, Grafton's the 3. It's always the higher seed.
That's right.
So if the Panthers would beat Grafton, and if the winner of the Cedarburg-Madison game would beat Slinger, you could have a game here on Saturday night.
Solid cover on the line for 1. Bounces around and in. She has 11. So she ties long for the lead over there. Cuts into that lead. 76-39. Panthers still up by a few. Fox looking in. Gillerson drizzle back out, pops up a 3. Gonna be long.
Under a minute to go. Put this one in the barn.
And taken away by the Panthers. Panko with that.
Oh, they're
going to get a travel. And now they got the clock running full time.
Maybe with the free throw they don't run it. I could be wrong about that.
That could be it. And they're just going to walk it across the line.
They're going to kind of just say, she wants to. You can tell that 32 just hasn't played that much.
No.
She could be all right. A little bit of work.
A little bit of work. You're right. Howard gets the bucket. Fox going to bring it back out.
Going to bring it out.
Dribble it around and the ball game.
Well,
76-41, Plymouth with a commanding lead and win once again. Panthers are led by Cat 4 with 22. Variety of everybody else had a number of points as well. For Matt Kaskowski and Scott Richards, this is Mark Melcher saying, have a good evening and thanks for watching Plymouth High School basketball. Once again, the final score, Panthers 76, Vincent 41. They will move on to Grafton to play the Blackhawks on Friday night.